Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jay-Z, oof, we have something to talk about. Y'all, what am I talking about? You guys, I know Jay-Z thought that Tony Buzbee was the only thing that he had to worry about. I know Jay-Z thought that he could bully that he had to worry about. I know Jay-Z thought that he could bully his way into everything. But baby, the streets are saying that Jay-Z 100% actually thought wrong. You guys, let's get into this because you cannot make this up. Hold on, y'all. As y'all can see, I'm having technical difficulties. Okay. So listen, there is an article that Jay-Z, of course, and his people allegedly planted about Tony Buzbee. There's an article that Jay-Z and his people allegedly planted about Tony Buzbee. However, the problem with this is, okay? The problem with this is, maybe this was the quiet before the storm. This was 100% the quiet before the storm. Now let's get into this, okay? Because if you thought Busby was bad, Busby was child's play. Now listen, there's something I got to tell y'all. I asked that you guys please have faith. I believe I was 100% spot on with everything that happened to Diddy, from the criminal investigation to the grand jury indictment to his apology to his arrest. To the point that a lot of people are calling me liar, liar, Platts on fire. But if you go back to my archives, we predicted everything like our name was Nostradamus. I am telling you. Have you ever heard that whole thing by the twicking of my thumb? Something wicked this way come. Well, listen up, because I really, really need y'all to hear me on this one. This is a Tattletale's all point bulletin. Listen up to this, all right? This has expanded. This is not about Tony Buzbee, even though we are going to get into the stuff that they filed because they still arguing. This is not about Tony Buzbee and Jay-Z anymore. No, baby. This is bigger, okay? This is a case about power and control, okay? This is the billionaire Jay-Z sending warning shots, okay? Straight to the forehead of anybody thinking of actually going against him, or anybody thinking of challenging the industry, of telling on the industry, of what's going on in the industry. Jay-Z has sent a message saying, if you come for me, I will destroy you. I will end you. But let me tell y'all, and this is what y'all came here for, what Jay-Z doesn't realize. He doesn't understand what his real problem is. His real problem is not Buzbee, but his real problem is about to do a boom to the dome. What am I talking about? Okay. It's notes. I got to talk about this, right? Let me just say this, right? Trust me. When Jay-Z sees what actually is coming, he's going to wish he could get back into this back and forth with Tony Buzbee. He's going to wish that he could file documents, be it like, no, Your Honor, he didn't meet with clients, Your Honor, Your Honor. He's going to wish that the way he could get out of this was saying, yo, I'm not really friends with Diddy. We're just associates. He is going to wish. Unfortunately, right? It looks like this wishing on the star is not really going to go the way he thinks it is. You guys, let's get into this. Because again, when I heard this, I was shocked and I was appalled. Listen, again, he's going to wish he was dealing with Busby, because as much as Busby is going to war with him, it is going to look like dealing with Busby is child's play. And again, it is going to take everything, in my opinion. And I told y'all what Diddy would happen. So just, if you've ever believed me, just hold on tight, because this is going to happen sooner rather than later. This ain't some, oh, we're going to have to wait 6 months. This isn't even, oh, we're going to have to wait a month. This isn't even, oh, we're going to have to wait 14 business days, okay? I do want to say this, right? What is coming is going to make this look like child's play. And let me be clear. Everything that, and it's going to take Jay-Z and Beyonce to come out and do image rehab. And even then, I'll tell you one thing. I think the Super Bowl is coming out. The Super Bowl is coming out. The Super Bowl is coming out. Yeah, I don't think the Super Bowl, I'm sure Kendrick is going to do great, but I don't think the Super Bowl is going to go like Beyonce's Christmas special. Again, Kendrick will, but I'm just saying the media storm that comes from this will, in my opinion, overshadow anything that Jay-Z put together for the Super Bowl. Okay. Let me be very clear. Everything Jay-Z is saying that is wrong with Tony Buzbee's case, everything, babe, what's coming down the road, I think they got it right. I think they got it right. I think they got it right. And again, this is not speculation. This is and listen, when it drops, when it drops, and I want to put y'all on high alert. When it drops, baby, y'all gonna be coming back and being like, Tisa, you told us. Let me tell y'all something. Nobody knows what will actually happen in whatever. Diddy might be able to push past all this. I mean, I highly doubt it, but he actually might be able to push past this. My issues with Jay-Z is he kind of trained everybody for how to take him down. By him sending those warnings, let me just get to the point. Let me just stretch this out. All right. We're going to do a big picture breakdown, right? What he's doing with Tony Buzbee, as y'all know, this is not a lawsuit, in my opinion. This is a war. Yes, it is a lawsuit, but it more importantly, in my opinion, is a warning. Jay-Z is sending a warning, a clear warning to every lawyer who might be bold enough to go up against a billionaire like him, the billionaires like Diddy, the billionaires that are running the music industry right now, okay? Basically anybody who sits at the throne of entertainment power, whether that be in Rock Nation, whether that be in a Hollywood media, whether that be in anything, right? However, y'all remember the story of Pharaoh in the Bible, right? Hold on, I took some notes because I think this is good. We're going to play a little mystery game. You're going to have to tell me, right? How the Pharaoh ruled with absolute power and anybody who went against him was crushed. Y'all remember that, right? That's exactly what we're seeing. Jay-Z is sitting on the golden throne as the reigning king of hip hop. Everybody thinks he's great. Everybody, again, and I'm not saying he's not. What I'm saying is right now, he is sitting on the golden throne, looking down at Busby like, oh, you thought you could come for me? You thought you could bring down my empire? Try again, okay? Again, Jay-Z is not trying to make this a lawsuit. He's trying to make it a public execution. Again, designed to basically keep everyone silent. But here's the thing. Do you really think that you can scare everybody in the silence? See, here's the thing. There's long been words on the street that one of the reasons why Jay-Z went scorched earth policy is because there were people behind it. There was other stuff. Not when he became Mr. Jay-Z, Mr. Beyonce, but when he was Jigga Man, there was a lot going on. And there's a lot of things that maybe back in the day, people thought were cool, or they let it slide, or they didn't know how to bring it up, that now in the light of day, it doesn't age well at all. All right. So when you think you can scare people in silence, I think Jay-Z might have realized there might be some people that don't want money, they want to see you in jail with several L's down the line. This is why Diddy's getting jammed up, because as much as he could have settled with everybody, y'all have to remember that, right? Y'all have to remember that there were a lot of people that he could have settled with. But there's a lot of people, including Cassie, where the money wasn't enough. She wanted to see that mofo in jail. Okay? So what does that do? Can you scare people into silence? It's very hard to do, especially over the internet. But you can scare the gatekeepers. Who are the gatekeepers? Well, media. Pierce Morgan, that thing that they slapped their hands, it was a message to all the media. Who else can they scare, right? Lawyers. Now, Tony Buzbee, as much as they try to make him look like a charlatan ambulance chaser, baby, he is a multi-billionaire charlatan ambulance chaser. You know, if that's what they're trying to go with. He is one of the most respected, powerful attorneys in the U.S. As a matter of fact, in the last quarter, I believe he settled 15 cases. One of those cases had the highest settlement ever in the U.S. ever in the US, ever in the US. Well, sorry, in 2024. So the highest in for 2024. So what does this have to do with what's coming? Well, let me just break it down, okay? Listen, Jay-Z's goal is to make future lawyers back down. All right? And I believe that Jay-Z thinks this will make the bigger threat that has been actualized, make the bigger threat go away. However, do you ever see How to Train a Dragon? I hope y'all did because it was a heartwarming film. And no, you don't have to be a kid to watch it. The whole point is by going after Busby, by thinking that Busby was his only problem, by using that chain of account attack for Busby, you ensured that lawyers below Busby were like, hold on, maybe I got a DUI. Maybe I'm creeping on my wife. Maybe I got a tenderoni. I want to keep quiet. Maybe I have clients that don't like me. You successfully quieted the lawyers that might not have such esteem. I'm sure there are a couple of brave horses like, let's do it. But clients are looking like, wait a second, if they did this to Tony Buzbee, what are they going to do to this lawyer? Can you protect me? But what you did was train the game. You trained it so that the next people to step out on the field are going to be Busby level or bigger. You literally trained everybody for your mode of attack, what you do, how you take people down, what it is. And baby, what's coming for Jay-Z is not scared. And they are willing to step out on this. All right. Now, again, what doesn't Jay-Z know? I think whatever it is, it's too late. It's already too late to stop it, right? Because what's coming next, and you guys just have faith on me. I don't want to give up too much. And I'm telling you, you're not going to have faith for more than 14 business days. But I don't want to give up anything that could tip off, okay? The Diddy thing was different. When Diddy was being investigated by the grand jury indictment and the grand jury was being impaneled, I was like, yo, y'all know me. I was on here being like, you guys. And a lot of people were like, this could mess up the investigation. I said, it ain't messing up ish because Diddy knows what's happening right now. Now, I'm not trying to imply that Jay-Z is under grand jury. Just hear me out. When there are ongoing things, I don't like to give too much information because I don't want to step on the toes. All right. We will all know soon enough. And you guys can come back to this live and said I was the very first person in YouTube or media to even talk about it or breathe a word. However, with Diddy, everything that I was saying, Diddy's team already knew. Diddy's team wasn't the one lying and saying, oh, that's ridiculous. My client, my Yana, my client would never. All right. That was different. This is something more delicate. Okay. But let me just say this. What is coming? Jay-Z, I do not believe can spin this. I do not believe he can stop it. And I do not believe that Jay-Z or anybody connected to him, and I'm talking about Roc Nation, can in any way, shape, or form hide from this. Again, you got to remember in Roc Nation, right? You got to remember in Roc Nation. Think about it. Go back in your head. Now, remember when he took a scorched earth policy to Tony Buzbee? And remember when he started getting Twitter fingers off of the Roc Nation account and everybody was like, ew, what are you doing? Like Roc Nation is like, crazy, sexy, cool. It's grown. It's elegant. It's like artists literally would sell, well, I don't want to say would sell their first firstborn because these days you never know, but they would give anything to even take a picture in the Roc Nation lobby, to be invited in there. Roc Nation is truly a legacy. It is a Goliath. It is a brand. It is an image. It is controlled. It is buttoned up. It is sexy. So seeing Jay-Z devolve to a Facebook auntie, Twitter fingers, oh, you mess with her, you rust with her. Literally, I thought like it was a scene from Belly when Keisha was calling. Like seeing it devolve into, oh, you don't know, I'm not the one. And putting it on Roc Nation's account. I told you I would go investigate. And I was like, yo, this is very funny that you're actually putting this on Roc Nation's account. And it made me think, why are you dragging Roc Nation into it? Roc Nation was not named in the lawsuit. Most people try to keep their businesses out of it. And I know what you're saying. Jay-Z is Mr. Roc Nation. That is his company. We're going to do a deep dive on that next because might be something else going on. But the whole point, I'm jumping ahead. Let me get back on point, right? We'll talk about the Rock Nation and what's going on over there, right? But the whole point of the matter is it was a very odd, bold, and in my point, dangerous move because you are now tying Rock Nation into what's going on. Now, here's the thing everybody says, including Diddy, even when he thought, emphasis on you thought Jay-Z was your friend, everybody was saying that Jay-Z is a master strategist. Jay-Z is really good at is manipulating the wrong word? Jay-Z is a master strategist. Jay-Z is very, very good at manipulating things, people, places, this, this, that, and a third, right? So when it actually comes to that, I sat there and I said, this don't make any sense because you guys know I watch people like Hawks. I am nosy and I watch people like Hawks and I just look to see what people do. A lot of people do, but it is my hobby. That's what y'all pay me for with your attention. And I said, Jay-Z is very methodical. You can say what you want about Jay-Z. He is not there is nothing dumb about him. He is very methodical. And I thought about it and I said, why would you tie your brand, your livelihood, and your legacy to this? It doesn't make sense. And I remember I said it a long time ago on a live a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't make sense unless there's something coming. Unless whatever is coming can not only take down you, but it can take down Rock Nation. Maybe when it was Rockefeller Records, maybe it was Rock Nation. So, I hit the streets and I was like, let me actually see what is going on. And baby, what we pulled up is going to shock you. What's coming next directly affects Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Legacy, and whoever else wants to throw up a cloak of protection. Okay. And unlike Diddy, I think there's more proof on this side of what's coming. And I think it's going to shock and I think it's going to go in harder. Okay. Now let's break down really quick for the people that are just joining. Also, really quick, two things. You guys, there is a lovely documentary out right now. The lovely documentary is called The Fall of Diddy. Season 1, there's going to be 4 episodes. The Fall of Diddy, The Making of a Mogul. Make sure you guys go check that out. I think the documentary was very well done. It's not that other documentary that people were dragging. This documentary is very well done. And I don't know, you guys might see a familiar face. You guys might see a familiar face. So go ahead and check that out. I believe it's streaming on Max, like HBO Max, I think, or it's streaming on Max. Make sure y'all go check it out. It's a very, very good documentary. And the thing, they actually got people. They got his assistant. They got Diddy's ex-girlfriend that was living in Canada. He had a Canadian girlfriend. They had all these people go on and speak on record and drop verified. Right? I'll try to put the link in the description box if you're watching this on playback. If not, just put The Fall of Diddy Season 1, The Making of a Mogul. It just came out on Monday. All right. Also, I did start a podcast, Tings and Ramblings. Please go check it out. I'll put the description in the box too. Me and Jamie followed it. It's really lighthearted. It's really fun if you guys need a laugh. Also, if you guys don't know, I actually did that's my snap code right there. I actually dropped this lead and this tea last night on Snapchat as an exclusive. I'm going to start going live I'm going to start snapping on Snapchat, going live, but also dropping exclusive tea and kind of mixing things up on Snapchat. I'm also going on a fitness journey. I know we're about to get back to things, but mama got bills to pay. I got to promote. There is my snap code. Please feel free to use the snap code and just snap your heart out. Please feel free to snap your heart out. But follow me on Snap, TikTok, Instagram. I'm going to be stepping up the content. It's going to be a great year. But Snap has been getting exclusives. And I actually broke this Jay-Z news on Snapchat for all my followers last night. Okay, so that's the Snap right there. Make sure y'all pause it. Get a good click. Okay, so let's get back into what is actually going on. Okay. Let's get back into what is actually going on. Now, let's break this down really quick, okay? And I took notes just so we can stay in. Jay-Z, as you guys know, wants to court to sanction Tony Buzbee because he's saying that he filed a case for meeting a Jane Doe in person before filing. All right. He's saying it's reckless. He's saying it's stupid. It's saying ada. And he is begging the judge to make an example out of Tony Buzbee. All right. Now, Busby did clap back hard, calling Jay-Z's team weak and desperate. And he claims not only did he meet with that client, but 4 other lawyers met with that client too. Okay. Now, let's be real. We're going to get into this article and we have the actual legal papers, but keep in mind, this is deeper than just the case. This is, of course, about discrediting Busby before he becomes an even bigger threat. But the thing is, because don't forget, Busby said that he got other cases behind him. But the thing is, Jay-Z, you were looking in the wrong direction. Busby is not your biggest threat right now. All right. Now, again, keep in mind also when we read this article, because I don't understand why people are, I get it. Jay-Z was once a young man from the Marcy Projects. I get it. But can we just acknowledge that Jay-Z is now a billionaire, and according to him, and he's married to a billionaire. And keep in mind that billionaires don't play fair. Let me tell y'all something. Would you play fair? I mean, granted, I wouldn't do anything immoral, but would you stick by the, oh, yes, fisticuff rules if you had $1 billion? Or would you be trying to win? Billionaires don't play fair. They play to win. And they don't just fight in court. They fight in the media. Jay-Z, as much as you think this is all like coverage of, oh, this, but people think, no. They are people that I believe may be paid off. There are bots going on. But more importantly, when it comes to Jay-Z, Jay-Z runs Rockefeller. He is an icon. And there are so many people that want to be a part of that. There are so many people that want to be a part of it that at the end of the day, I believe they will sell whoever and whatever just to see if they can even be close to greatness and they can do something else. All right. So they don't play fair in the media and back rooms. They have their loopholes, as we discussed. And let's not forget the power plays. This is how billionaires shut people down. If, in my opinion, they make their lawyer look incompetent, they make their cases seem unreliable, and they attack the messenger so much that the message doesn't even matter. All right. Now, let's get into, speaking of, what happens with billionaires. Let's get into this new article that I believe, because who else was doing it, was planted by Jay-Z's team. Okay. This is directly with TMZ. I do want to say to anybody, TMZ, in my opinion, was and will forever will be the ops. If you are someone going against a billionaire or a mega thing, I would just think twice about actually going into TMZ as your first source, because they always, even with Diddy, I called it first. All right. But here's what it's saying. Jay-Z, why are you filing cases for clients? You haven't met them, Tony. Again, this is Jay-Z's opinion. Tony Buzbee is saying this is 100% true. They are trying to taint the jury. Why? Because they know this isn't going through. Yes, I know we will be talking about this exclusive. I gave you guys a little teaser, but just keep in mind that there are a lot of things going on. You will not have to wait 14 business days to find out what it is. Your girl has the scoop, but when it drops, just remember, you heard it here first, okay? Anyway, right? Also, there is an article about me in the Hollywood Reporter. I know. I didn't, come on. This is the first time I've ever been acknowledged, the Hollywood Reporter, and also in a few, also in the documentary. Can y'all let me have my fun? Anyway, there's a great article about not just myself, but YouTube, and how traditional mainstream media seems to be a thing of the past because we can no longer trust our trusted modes of news will be fair and impartial. Funny thing, that article was written a while ago. And funny thing, the more time passes, the more, I mean, it was written, sometime in early November, but the more time passes, the more we see that it is becoming more and more great. It was written by Shirley Halpern. Make sure you check her out. She's a great writer, and she's done a lot of great stuff. She's over at the Hollywood Reporter. Make sure you give the Hollywood Reporter a subscription if you can. It is the industry Bible for anything that's going on in Hollywood. And their coverage of how Hollywood is going to rebuild after the fires, I think it's chef's kiss. Anyway, right? So this to me is an effort to taint the jury. They think that if they keep attacking Tony Buzbee, then whatever that girl has to do to sit in front of a jury when the trial comes, it'll be irrelevant because everybody will be focused on the way Busby has a DUI, Busby has this, Busby has that. Now, I did say back then, I think it's a dangerous game that Jay-Z is playing because if we are really getting into reputation, I believe Alex Spiro's reputation is second to none. I think he keeps like a pretty clean nose. There's no skeletons in his closet. However, with Jay-Z, didn't you sell crack rock to your mama? Allegedly. Didn't you allegedly Lance Riviera? Don't you have, and I mean, let's look at what you did to all the Philly rappers. At the end of the day, Jay-Z is not a businessman. He's a businessman. But at the end of the day, Jay-Z has a long storied past of doing like a lot of dubious and questionable things, at least until he married Beyonce. Now, this is what Jay-Z had to say in TMZ. They said Jay-Z is increasing his calls for a court to sanction Tony Buzbee, the lawyer representing numerous people accusing Diddy of a variety of sexual misdeeds. And Jay's side is blasting him for not even meeting with his client before he filed a complaint. But Buzbee isn't backing down. They say the rapper's new legal docs in support of his motion were filed earlier this month asking for sanctions against Buzbee. And in it, Jay-Z's team points out that Tony Buzbee now admits that he never met with the Jane Doe suing him before he signed off on the complaint. I don't think that's what the complaint said. And Tony Buzbee seems to agree too. They said, although Buzbee insists the case was appropriately vetted, Jay-Z's lawyers are hammering him for never actually meeting the Jane Doe before it was filed, which Jay and his side see as a huge lap in his ethical responsibility. And now again, how would they know this? They are literally putting an NBC article in court filings. We do not know if the NBC article was truthful, what the research was everything. So you're now putting that in court filings, and we're supposed to like what? Like at the end of the day, this would be like us putting the shade room in court filings. No shade to the shade room, but like, what are we really doing? What's the research? What's the vetting? Is it even admissible in court? Okay. Now, so Jay-Z's team, legal team, Alex Spiro, who is a very storied, very on it lawyer. Like again, Jay-Z picked the right one. They said, as you know, Busby's working with a ton of different clients right now. So it's not totally shocking he hadn't met his particular Jane Doe before, but he's still catching flack over it from Jay-Z's side. Okay. Now, one second. Jay-Z's team wants the court to sanction Busby, claiming he didn't do the bare minimum to investigate his client's claims before she gave the now infamous NBC interview. Not long after the interview aired, the subject of it admitted there were certain mistakes she made while recounting her story. But again, just because you made mistakes in recounting your story doesn't mean you're a victim. That's like you telling the police what happened to you when you were raped and you make mistakes. That doesn't actually mean that your story is false. It means that, like, okay, you made some mistakes. Busby tells TMZ that this reply to the lawsuit is weak and desperate, stating that he did, in fact, personally interview the client, as did 4 other lawyers. He adds anyone who says otherwise has their own agenda. Okay, so anyone that's saying otherwise, of course, has their own agenda. So where does that lead us, okay? Looking into this, all right? The real play. This is damage control on a global scale, all right? Now, again, Jay-Z has used this a bunch of times, right? This is not just to win the case. I just have to keep pointing out. Jay-Z's goal, I believe, is to shut down people, anybody that even thinks of challenging him, but it's going to be too late pretty soon, all right? Because what didn't Jay-Z count on? The next wave. And baby, this next wave is a tsunami. You can take this to the bank. And everybody that likes to chitter, right? And put my face on the thumbnail and try to say that I'm putting 20 on 10 and lying like y'all did last year. Keep doing it. Help me run these views up, because I promise you, Just like last year, you're going to have egg on your face and you're going to look like you just didn't know what you were talking about. And you just wanted me to be wrong for the sake of being wrong. But baby, I'm not wrong on this one. All right. Now, so I know you guys are asking, who's the people behind what's coming? Well, let me just repeat this. These people, they are not sloppy and they are not reckless. And baby, they have a bigger spending budget than Jay-Z and all of Rockefeller Records. I guarantee you that one. I guarantee you. Let's play a little guess to see if you guys can figure out who it is. And guess, baby, how about this? They are not new to this. They are 100% true to this. They are dragon slayers. They are demon hunters. And the best part is, Jay-Z actually, even though he didn't realize by going after Busby, trained them on how to take him down. So think about this for a second, because I want you guys to really think about this, right? The very system, because this is ironic on a Greek tragedy level, the very system that Jay-Z built, the very system Jay-Z built, the very lawyers he's worked with, the very tactics he's using right now, that's exactly what's about to be used against them. That is exactly what's about to be used against Jay-Z. Oh, you guys. And when what's coming drops, and maybe you're not going to have to wait. I don't want to give too much away, but you're not going to have to wait more than 14 business days. Max. He's not going to be able to play this card anymore. It's not going to work. He is finally, by his boistering, by his this, by its that, people, the same people that I believe he, perhaps in my opinion, sought to quiet, it has emboldened, and they have linked up with something so big that, again, we can go pound for pound, we can go bound for bound, we can go gadget, right? All right. Now, here's the thing. I know you guys are like, okay, so why should Jay-Z be worried? Again, hold on, y'all. What is this? You guys, just hear me out, okay? What's up, Jamie? You guys, don't forget to check out Tings and Ramblings. I'm going to put a link in the description box. Me and Jamie, you know the deal. You know the deal. Podcast. But it's going to be a different flavor from my usual gossip. I mean, we are going to be teasing people and doing this and that, but we're going to start. It's going to be a nice flavor. If you guys are into podcasts or long form, or you like the soothing sounds of my voice, or you like the soothing sounds of Jamie's voice, go ahead and check it out. It'll be really, really good. Really quick, also, let me just put that snap up there if you guys want to actually go ahead and snap. So let me get this straight, because I took a lot of notes and I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the exact thing I can give without going too far. Because here's the thing, y'all realize, I get a lot of tea, a lot. And when I get that tea, I try to vet it. You know, somebody's like, oh, I saw Scooby-Doo on a UFO. I mean, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I would love to meet Scooby-Doo. So I'm like, word, I hope this is true. But I still vet it, because at the end of the day, it's not just whether something is true. It's whether something can be proven. And if the person telling you the tea does not want to go forward on the record, then you can't really just put baseless things out there. So I try to vet. And some things, I'm not going to lie, are wild, right? But there's always things that I get that I'm like, yo, what? And that's when I start investigating. And the more I dug up on this, I'm telling you guys, this is super, super legit. Okay. Again, it's super legit. Jay-Z is out here playing whack-a-mole, right? And I see what the problem is. He's playing whack-a-mole because he wants to hit Busby down, because he thinks that Busby is coming and bringing hell with him. And that might be true to a certain point. But Busby is not bringing this certifiable hell with a litany of evidence, with a litany of supporters. You see what I'm saying? There's a limit to what Busby actually is bringing. Now, that's it. I'm only talking about the case that Busby bought. Busby says he has other cases, but we will see. But right now, Jay-Z is about to realize there are too many moles, and one of them when he goes to whack it, it's going to blow up in his face. All right. Remember, again, going back to the Bible, remember when Goliath thought that he was untouchable, right? Think about it. Jay-Z sitting here and he's slinging around paperwork, going on media smear campaigns, doing all this stuff, slinging legal paperwork around like it is a sword, thinking he's shutting down every single fight before it starts. But you guys, again, what can I tell you? I'm looking at my notes trying to get through. Like, he doesn't realize, and this is going to be biblical, that David has been standing on the sidelines with his slingshot, and he is about to forget about come forward. David's been standing there with that slingshot. I don't even know if he noticed David was there, but baby, that rock is already in the air. And let's be clear, when the bomb drops, it's not just going to be Jay-Z that's going to reel from this. It's not just going to be Jay-Z. I believe that this will bring down Rockefeller. I believe that this will be the nail in the coffin for Diddy. And I believe that there may be other artists or employees. That is. Now, what makes me think it's Rockefeller, just by the way he got Rockefeller involved in this argument. Jay-Z is not stupid. He is not a careless man, at least not when it comes to his money. He is not a careless man when it comes to his money. He would not mess up his kids' legacy and whatnot by dragging us into this, right? Okay. So, can I say when? Give me 14 business days. Actually, give me 14. Give me 10 business days. Give me 10 business days. I promise you it's going to manifest. Can I say who or whom or how do you say who is who plural? Whom? No. Is who plural? Who? I think it is plural. It can be singular or plural. Okay. Can I say who or whose? Okay, right? No. But I am telling you now, and you can screenshot this, and haters, you can take the little screenshot of my face on the image because y'all love posting me in a thumbnail looking like y'all love. I'll give y'all the image right now. That's go on. Go ahead and screenshot it. So you can put it on your thumbnail because I guarantee you, and talk your trash because I guarantee you, you're going to be putting that shit on private just like you did all the other ones. Anyway, right? I will say that this is going to ripple through the celebrity ecosystem. And it's going to have a lot of people that thought that they were cool to abandon Puffy and rally around Jay. Well, it's going to have them question themselves. Now, keep in mind, I'm telling you now, it's coming. Give me 10 business days. I was going to say 14 business days, but that's like 20 days. Give me 10 business days. I believe on the raid, I gave y'all a timeline on the apology, the Diddy's apology. The only thing I didn't give a correct timeline about was the arrest. Not the fact that the arrest was coming, but the fact that they arrested Diddy prematurely, because I was the first person to say that Diddy was in New York, appearing to be greasing hands, trying to shut down the story and intimidating witnesses. And apparently the federal government agreed with me because they locked him up 3 business days later. I'm just saying. And he ain't seen the sunlight since. Anyway, right? Yeah, listen. So I got to ask anybody that at this point is still defending Jay-Z. And the thing is, I have to be careful when I say this because everything must be proven. But he has finally evoked the rage of people that are Buzbee level or bigger. He has finally caught the idea of systems that can go band for band and dollar for dollar. He has finally made it seem that when he was in Rack-A-Mole trying to intimidate everybody that may have a story to say, who knows if it's true or not? Again, it is important to know that Jay-Z says that he has a flawless reputation. These are all lies, and how dare they speak to him. So I think it's important that I actually point out that Jay-Z is saying that everybody is like a lie, and that everybody is a liar, and it is what it is. I will say this, and I think I have to say this. Jay-Z says he's innocent, but we will see. And Jay-Z says there is just no way because there's no proof. And I think that he's going to need more than a picture of him walking into a club and walking out to get out of this one. Again, you literally trained your enemies on what your pattern was, how to take you down and do whatever. So I got to ask, right? Once this comes out, I want the people to come back and let me know, is Jay-Z really trying to clean up the industry? Or is he in billionaire panic mode? All right. Is what we're seeing with Busby an actual legitimate gripe? Or is it fear? Is it panic? You know what I'm saying? And I want everybody to come back. I'm still looking to see what else I can share with y'all. Once this drops, I want y'all to come back and ask me, do y'all now see Busby as Jay-Z's biggest threat? Or do you think that Busby was actually the domino that is about to set off something that is going to rock the industry to its core? Again, put your comments in the chat box. We'll jump into the chat. Oh, also really quick, I want to read this to y'all. Where are we at? Really quick, I want to read this to y'all. It is the Busby's Sanction. Busby actually drops a lot of interesting stuff. I thought it'd be really, really cool if we actually read this together. Hold on really quick, you guys. Do y'all want to read this? I'm going through the comments right now. Let me know if you guys also want to read this because it looks pretty cool. Okay. It looks pretty cool. Let me know if you guys want to. Hi, guys. I'm right here. You guys are like, Tisa, where'd you go? I am right here. Hold on really quick, you guys. Let me just go through this. All right. So we have all this stuff going in. Let's go into these documents, shall we? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Can you guys see me? Let's see. Hold on one second. 6,800. Okay. So anyway, let's get into this, right? Y'all want me to read the documents? We can read the documents if y'all really want. It's up to y'all. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We will do it. Where are we at? Let's do this. Shall we? Do it. Do it. Okay. So let me just kind of move myself. Can I move myself down? Okay, no, I'm stuck here. Y'all gonna have to deal with my face in the middle of the stream, but it's better than normal. Okay. So let's get into this right now. Busby threw the whole book at them, but this is a pretty short complaint, I will say. Okay, so here we go, right? This is the preliminary statement, and you know Tony Buzbee is good for a preliminary statement. Let me put on my Southern in the heat of the nitron. Yana, Sean Carter's motion amounts to an outrageous and unprecedented attempt to silence a plaintiff who alleges that 24 years ago she was 13 years old. Defendants Carter and Diddy raped her. Carter's celebrity status does not entitle him to special treatment by the courts, and certainly not on the mere say-so of his lawyers. Relying solely on what his lawyers say are inaccurate details. Hold on, y'all. What is this? Jamie just sent something. We got breaking news. Oh my God. Oh, this is so sad. Y'all, really quick breaking news. Dwayne Wade has revealed a shocking cancer diagnosis and partial kidney removal. What? Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Wow. Hold on. Let me see if I get more information for y'all. Let me see if we can get more. What is this? Dwayne Wade reveals a shocking cancer diagnosis that led him to a partial kidney loss. Do y'all care about this? Should we read about this? Or do y'all want to just get into the Diddy stuff? We can go back. Put a 1 if y'all want to hear about what just broke with Dwayne Reed. Put a 2 if y'all want to hear about Diddy. Go on and throw it in a circle. 1 if you want to hear about Dwayne Wade really quick. It's probably going to take 5 minutes. Put a 2 if you just want to go straight to Diddy docs. I'll take a poll. Okay, y'all like thoughts and prayers to Dwayne Wade, but we want to hear about Diddy. Okay. all right. I'll get back into the Diddy stuff. All right. Y'all gonna have to wait for a separate thing about Dwayne Wade, but oof, it's bad. Wow. Wow. Yo. You think Dwayne Wade feels some type of way? I mean, Dwayne Wade's done some mess. You know what? Let me shut up. Anyway. All right. Dwayne Reed, Wade, whatever. Dwayne Reed. I'm like, y'all want to hear about Dwayne Reed? All right, let's get back into Diddy. Okay, sorry, guys. Let's keep focused, all right? Where were we? Yana. That's marketophilia. Yana. Relying solely on what his lawyers say are inaccurate details and plaintiff's account of this horrific assault. Sean Carter asks that this court to ignore the federal rules of civil procedure and a sanction for what his lawyers falsely say was Busby's failure to investigate, summarily dismiss plaintiff's well-pled facts in its entirety, which would run roughshod to her right to take discovery and prove her claims toward a jury. Yana, even assuming arguendo, that's saying you're doing it just for for argument's sake. Even assuming arguendo that plaintiff misremembers details from 24 years ago, that is no basis for evading requirements of Rule 12 by dismissing the facts of her case under Rule 11 based solely on purported factual disputes concerning those details. This is especially true where, as here, the purported factual disputes concern details arising solely from memories of a victim. Here, a child victim of sexual abuse. They said, Your Honor, submitted herein in opposition to the motion are the declarations of Marquis Kaslowitz, dated January 22nd, 2025, and the declaration of Anthony G. Busby, dated January 22nd, 2025. Unless otherwise noticed, references to X are exhibits to the declarations. A copy of the first amended complaint is annexed to the Kaslowitz declaration, and a copy of this court's December 26th order is annexed to the Kaslowitz declaration of Exhibit B. All emphasis is supplied, unless otherwise indicated. Now, what was that doing? That was definitely Southern shade. But he was also telling Jay-Z, baby, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Because one thing I will say about this case, as much as people say there's not enough evidence, you can't believe that, and I'll tell you the truth, this woman has to prove it in court. Who knows if she's telling the truth or not? I do believe that because she stepped into the legal court to say what happened to her. I do believe that because she stepped into the legal court to say what happened to her, I do honestly believe that he has some obligation to meet her in court. And I do know that everybody that is crying over whether a billionaire can defend themselves, shut up. At this point, Jay-Z needs to take this case to court. Because if it is thrown out on a technicality, the rumor mill is going to go crazy. And Jay-Z is going to be hearing about this every single day of his life. So again, a billionaire can go, look what happened to Johnny Depp. A billionaire can take someone that lied and ruined their reputation, take them to court, wipe the courtroom floor with them, and then rebuild the reputation and come back bigger, better than before. You know it. I know it. Jay-Z's team knows it. For everybody acting, oh, he ain't never going to beat this. Shut up. A billionaire can do whatever he wants, and we both know that, for good or for bad, right? But the one thing that always struck me in this case was, why didn't you ever issue a sworn declaration? Where was the sworn declaration from Jay-Z? Because sworn declaration is basically used as testimony to a certain point under penalty of perjury, saying, I was not there. I could not be there. Do you know why I couldn't be there? Because one, I ain't friends with Jay-Z. I mean, ain't friends with Diddy. Two, I've never been in a sexually charged atmosphere around Diddy. Three, I've never been naked around Diddy. I've never been naked in a room around Diddy. And guess what? On top of that, I have never engaged in any, doing the do while I didn't have any clothes on in a room with Diddy. I've never attended a VMA after party in the 2000 era. There's so many things he could have signed under penalty of perjury saying, I didn't do this. Okay? It is looked at as testimony. I find it odd that for all of their yelling, they still haven't put that in the court papers. It'd be very easy to. Tony Buzbee is putting right now, right, that he is submitting herein in the opposition sworn declarations from the other lawyers working on this case, and himself, that we 100% did meet and we 100% did work together. And you are 100% a liar. They're doing this 100%. Oh, but it's not over. Tony Buzbee goes on to say, so interesting that Tony Buzbee is even saying, I swear under penalty of perjury, blah, 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 blah. You know who isn't saying that? Jay-Z. Why? I mean, this is right. He doesn't have to. But it's just odd that as much as they're throwing the kitchen sink at Busby, why won't you just do that? I don't know. Anyway, right? They said, Busby went on to say, Yana, this is especially true where, as here, the purported factual disputes concern details arising solely from the memory of a victim, here, a child victim of the sexual whatever, which it is established, Your Honor, it typically causes memory lapses. We were the first person to actually say Palooza v. Archdiocese was the case that Tony Buzbee was going to cite as a way of getting this. Palooza v. Archdiocese, we were the first ones to pull up that case law and cite it before Buzbee even got it on his LexisNexis. That basically says it was somebody suing the Archdiocese, the whole Catholic Church thing. And it was in New York. It just happened in 2021. He got a huge settlement. The lawyers for the Catholic Church tried to get everything thrown out because they were saying, listen, you said this happened to you in this year, but Father so-and-so wasn't even working there this year. So you know what? You're nothing but a liar and get out of here. This is a cash grab. The Supreme Court stepped in. Well, not the Supreme Court, but the New York Appellate Court, I think it's Second District, stepped in and said, no. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Whenever you are a victim of abubu, and especially if you are a minor victim of abubu, right? Then your memory, it has been shown in research, data, experts. I don't care if these internet sleuths say, well, I wouldn't. Who cares who you are? Let's talk about what the experts say. The experts said, well, when you do that, the trauma messes with the mind. So you know what you're going to do? We're going to give you a 4 to 6 year window. When you are a minor and something this traumatic happens, we will give you a 4 to 6 window. Meaning, if you tell us something happened in 2010 and it was 2014, close enough. Because all you need to be exactly sure of is this person did it to you. The fact that your child mind got the year wrong or the date wrong is no concern. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody saying, so when you get robbed. Oh, I got robbed Tuesday, the 31st of February. And people are like, haha, I got you. There is no 31st of February. Well, the court said when you're an A minor, when it happened when you're an A minor, calm yourself. Because it really don't matter if the February 31st doesn't exist. That's not really important. The point is that you get robbed. If you got robbed, then you can come in front of the court and we'll give you a little leeway. Now, you can't be off by 10 years, but you can be off 4 to 6 years. He used that argument. The courts ruled in his favor, and they actually put, and it doesn't control, but it's very compelling. Control means that the judge probably will be up on appeal if you go against it. Compelling means, okay, this works in my favor. The whole point of the matter is the New York courts, I think second appellate, then expanded Pelosa, and they said, well, guess what? That same grace that we give if you are an A minor, that 4 to 6 window where we'll be like, okay, close enough. If you have any type of cognitive or, well, not cognitive, but mental impairments, then we will also give you that 4 to 6 window. So if you are a child and if you have any mental impairments, and autism is considered one, we will give you that 4 to 6 window, right? And key details don't have to be that tight. However, right? What is Jay-Z always trying to move around? One, that woman now is definitely has some type of mental impairment. Some people have guessed autism, we'll see, whatever. And she was an A minor. So the fact that it might not have happened in 2000, the fact that she might have said, oh, so-and-so was there when they weren't. Let's not forget in Pelosa, which they won the case, he said that some priests were there that weren't even working there at the time or had quit or had passed away. And the court said, yeah, but you're a child, trauma, you're confusing memories. Just get to the part where you were great. And he did. And the court said, ooh, we believe you. And he got his money. So that's why he's saying that. I just wanted to let y'all know for anybody that hasn't been following this, okay? In fact, they're saying that he said, in fact, Jay-Z's lawyers themselves got flatly wrong one of the details they falsely claim undercut plaintiff's claim, asserting that at the time of the grape, Jay-Z's co-defendant Diddy did not own the house where the sexual assault may have taken place. Oh my God! This is huge! You guys, I'm reading this real time. They said, in fact, Diddy did own the house. MF and Tony Buzbee, you never fail to surprise. We're reading these legal documents real time. So, Tony Buzbee, you never fail to surprise. Yo, Jay-Z got the right one with him or the wrong one, right? They literally said, in fact, you guys, this is groundbreaking. This is huge. Got flatly wrong one of the details they falsely claim undercut the Jane Doe's claims. They said when Jay-Z said at the time of the grape that Diddy did not own the house where the sexual assault may have taken place, he said that was a lie. They said, in fact, Diddy did own the house. You guys, they found the house. Hold on. Let's go to pages 17 and 18. Hold on. Page 17 and 18. Sorry, y'all. We're going to have to get down to this. Hold on. I love it. Y'all know I live for this stuff. Page 17 and 8. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Now, here is why he's saying that. Your Honor, Jay-Z's lawyers also argued that the public property records confirmed that Jay-Z did not own a residence at the time. I'm sorry, that Diddy did not own a residence at the time that matches the description. Pointing to property records for 40 Hedges Bank Drive in East Hampton, New York, which purportedly reflected that Diddy did not own the residence until 2001. However, this argument fails for at least 2 reasons, Your Honor. First, plaintiff does not allege that the home she was taken to was owned by Diddy. But in any event, Diddy's lawyer's representation to the court that Diddy did not own 40 Hedges Bank Drive in 2000 is plainly false. Property records revealed that Diddy was first listed on the deed for 40 Hedges Bank Drive on March 13th, 1998, and that he or a company owned by him owned the property until selling it in July 23rd, 2020. Woo! Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Stop. 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 We got to stop. Stop it. Stop. You guys, let me tell y'all something. And I want to say this and put my chest into it. I was the first person that did a YouTube. I know what y'all saying. T says, shut up. This ain't about you. But yes, it is, because this is my channel. Y'all gonna hear me talk my ish. I believe I was the first person, and I'll repost the video, to say that the exact description of that house matches that house. And so many dumb, ill-informed, poor investigation, but always got something to say, people did whole videos and lives calling me a liar, breaking down this, breaking down that, saying I'm a liar, saying it was 2001, not 2000. Teacher tells he's a liar. Sounding stupid, dumb, broke, and naive, right? And look at God's glory. And I posted the video and I said, you guys, because I never want to put the horse beside the carriage. I said, I played humble. I said, well, the point is, even if it wasn't that, and I said to get people a way out, you guys, just because the property records you show, because we know that the people that criticize me don't have any type of investigative skills at all. They can't even investigate my investigations. And all you got to do is watch live, and they can't even get that right. So I don't know. It's like I gave you the answers to the test, and I found out you can't even read English. Well, let me just take these answers back. I don't know what to do. I don't have time to go to run to Google Translate. I gave you the answers, and now, not even English, I gave you the answers, and I found out you can't even read. No shade to anybody that is suffering from illiteracy. Please find help. There are lots of local community groups that can help with this. It's never too late to learn. Please don't take this as me shaming anybody for you want to learn more. Doesn't matter when you learn, as long as you learn. All right. But my whole point of this matter is, I gave you the answers to the test. You yelling, I gave you the answers to the test, and y'all still couldn't even read the answers. So I did a video and I said, you guys, just because it says it's on the deed does not mean that's what it is. My investigative skills is why I got featured in the Hollywood Reporter, which is why I got featured on Netflix. I'm just saying, if you're new to my channel, welcome, right? This is an old grudge. You're seeing me subtle. I literally said, right? Just because you see this and that, because at the end of the day, you know how it is when people heard you the first time. You just want to misunderstand me. You want to have a problem, and you want to look stupid and dumb, and you want to have to wipe the egg off of your face again. But I told y'all didn't believe me, and y'all didn't know how to do this. So guess what, right? Because you was too busy taking thumbnail screen captures of me looking crazy, right? And even though I know it made y'all mad, because even on my worst day, I still don't look that crazy, right? Unless you zoom in on the eyes. So anyway, right? I said it. Got called a liar. Got called this. Got that. People, this proves that this and that. And Tony Buzbee, using this much investigative skill, came to the exact same conclusion I did by looking at property records, that Diddy did in fact own that house. And he has in fact owned that house since 1998. And that house is in fact a perfect replica of where that party was supposed to have taken place. Now, ask me this. If all my internet trolls really, that their whole economy is trying to prove me wrong, and I know you mad, because just like Scooby-Doo, you would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids, that your whole economy banks on proving me wrong, and to this date, you still are waiting for that turn. Baby, it's called investigation. Try it. You might actually best me. The whole point of the matter is, if I could do that, right? And they didn't know that that happened, and major news sources ran with it, that, it couldn't have been the house. And Jay-Z's lawyer did a press conference about, it couldn't have been that house because records show, this, that, and the third. Then how would the victim know this? How would the victim who is autistic, and again, autistic people doesn't mean that you can't think or function. I'm not getting into this, but like, we need to raise awareness on autism, ADHD, but also like mental impairments and just like things that make everybody their own unique self, right? But the point of the matter is, major media, NBC News, and their research didn't realize it. right? Busby had to go, come back from vacation and research it and find out a month and a half later. Tattletales, y'all got it first. And that's why I'm saying, give me 10 business days for what is cooking for Jay-Z. Because I promise you, when this drops, you're going to be coming off saying, damn it, Tisa, you told us. I did. So let that cook. But I'm telling you, just like I told this, I'm telling you, just let it cook. So the odds are that if this was not easily accessible public information, then how would that girl know? And how would that girl know back in 13? Because don't forget that girl also said she has a diary entry. And don't forget that diary entries can be, there's an ink test and a paper test you can go do to find out how old the diary entries are. The same thing they use for historical books and records to actually say it dates back to the Roman, it dates back to Byzantine, it dates back to like, I don't know, 620 BC. You can do that on modern stuff. Historians and museums do it all the time. So if there's a diary entry that shows that she describes the house and what happened to her, and that diary entry shows through the paper testing and the ink testing that it was written 20 years ago, and that diary actually discloses what this is, and I assume 20 years ago, they didn't have all the public search databases they have now, then how would she know? How would she know? And how would a 13 be that conniving? You can't be a supervillain genius and also like literally be caught slacking. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, right? Anyway, let's get back into this. The public records confirm that Diddy did not own a residence at the time that matches the plaintiff's description. I heard that southern laugh right then. He said, however, this argument fails for two reasons, Your Honor. First, plaintiff does not allege that the home she was taken to was owned by Diddy. But in any event, Jay-Z's lawyer's representation to the court that Diddy did not own 40 Hedges Bank Drive in 2000 is plainly false. Property records reveal that Diddy was first listed on the deed of 40 Hedges Bank Drive on March 13, 1998, and that here a company owned by him owned the property until selling it on July 23, 2020. In fact, Diddy's notorious white parties, which Sean Carter often attended, at his residence, oh my God, oof. Now this is a good one. Where am I? Where is my media source? Where's my camera? No. Where's the other one? There we go. I'm back. Okay, right? So Jay-Z himself attended parties at this very residence beginning in 1998, including in July 2000, just 2 months before the grape, and in the following years. Oh, they caught Jay-Z in three lies. Bah, bah, bah. Anyway, right? They say in the footnotes, indeed, after a long time, Jay-Z has made no showing sufficient to warrant the belief that there is anything inconsistent between the plaintiff's allegations and Jay-Z attending a different party before going to a party at which he raped the plaintiff. Oh, they said on August 23rd, 2001, Diddy transferred the property to his company, 40 Hedges Realty Incorporated. So Jamie got something to say. Jamie said they knew it was Diddy's house. Diddy likes to brag. The whole New York City probably knew it was his house because he would likely have bragged to everyone and had his baby freak-offs that he was learning to do. But Jamie has a question. She said, how does this work? When Diddy's side knows he owns his house, they just keep deflecting to buy time? They don't get held in court for not speaking up and wasting time? Yeah, so basically, Diddy stayed quiet. You notice in all this, Diddy stayed quiet. In court, when two people are arguing, you do not have the right. Well, you don't have, it's not that you don't have the right. You don't have the responsibility of speaking up for anything unless you're addressed by the court or unless people pull you into legal documents. Now, Tony Buzbee had come in and said, Your Honor, under penalty of perjury, Diddy owns his property. Now Diddy might speak up and be like, yo, that's a lie. But up until then, Diddy did not have a right to speak up. And if I was Diddy, I want to speak up, especially if I knew. So the point is, you can stay quiet in court to your own peril, but you can stay quiet in court to your own peril or not. They set forth, with respect to Sean Carter's lawyer's argument that the musician Benji Madden was not in New York on the night in question, the facts of the case does not identify any of the celebrities plaintiff spoke to at the party. Rather, the fact merely alleges that plaintiff recognized many celebrities and talked to several of the celebrities that she recognized. Now, I did bring that up in my live too. She said she talked to someone that she thought was Benji Madden. But the point that, and again, that doesn't help her case, because if you thought that was Benji Madden, like, did you see another tall, 6'7" black guy? And you were like, Jay-Z, right? Because you can spin it that way. But they're trying to get it thrown out on the fact of, you said you talked to Benji Madden. That was a lie. Your Honor, dismiss this. So Tony Buzbee is like, baby, we can go band for band. We can go pound for pound. Because guess what? I never said it was Benji Madden. What she said was, I thought I recognized a bunch of celebrities, and I thought I recognized many celebrities, and I talked to the celebrities I recognized. It doesn't mean that she was correct in her recognition. So if you count recognition in recognizing them. So again, let's just put that in perspective. If you come to my house, right, and you think you see Oprah sitting on the couch, right? And you're telling a story to someone, you're like, yo, I went into her house and Tisa had Oprah sitting on her couch. And people are like, what? Oprah? Yes, girl. So what you do? I went and I talked to Oprah and I said, what's up, Oprah? How you doing? How you know Tisa? Right? And then later on, we find out through Oprah's Billionaire media thing, I do not know this, Tisa tells, and I've never been in that girl's house, so that wasn't me. All right? So what does that mean? If you try to get my thing thrown out because, she lied and said that Oprah was at Tisa's house. No, what I said was I walked in and I thought I recognized Oprah, and then I went and talked to the woman I thought was Oprah. Again, for something to be thrown out, you have to show that that person was lying. She wasn't lying. She was telling her recollections. Very astute. I believe in the live stream when we talked about Palooza, I said this could be a way that they go. And it was. Good job. To me, not to Busby. He a billionaire, right? Rather, they say, Your Honor, Jay-Z's argument stems not from what is alleged in the facts of the case, but from the post-filing interview plaintiff gave to an NBC News reporter. It is utterly irrelevant, Your Honor, that plaintiff may have subsequently misremembered that Benji Madden was one of the celebrities she interacted with, especially given that the facts of the case do not identify any of the celebrities plaintiff spoke to, and her misremembering, if that is what it was, is in no way renders her recollection of the traumatic night not credible. Fifth, Jay-Z's lawyers take issue with plaintiff's allegation that her father picked her up from a gas station. Jay-Z's lawyers take issue with plaintiff's allegation that her father picked her up from a gas station shortly before dawn, the morning she was raped, on the grounds that NBC reported that her father does not recall doing this. Given that this occurred 24 years ago, Your Honor, it's not surprising that her father may not recall a specific drive to pick up his daughter. Moreover, as plaintiff stated in her interview with NBC, and reflecting a reticence not uncommon in sexual assault victims, she never told her father or anyone else about what happened to her at the party. To quote, we rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was. Your Honor, she told NBC News that she had never told anybody about the alleged assault and wrote it down in a diary. Indeed, given the passage of time, it is entirely possible that her father is simply mistaken in recalling the time he once picked up his daughter in the middle of the night as having been a local drive. None of the 5 factual disputes raised in the motion come remotely close to satisfying the high bar for imposing sanctions under Rule 11, and none of the challenge allegations could possibly render the plaintiff's claim utterly lacking in factual support, as is required for sanctions, particularly in light of the court's duty to resolve any and all doubts in Busby's favor. Woo! They put a footnote. As Busby has fully satisfied his Rule 11 obligations, Jay-Z's lawyer's argument that Tony Buzbee should be sanctioned for failing to withdraw the facts of the case is also baseless, particularly inasmuch as none of the supposed holes in plaintiff's story render her claim against Jay-Z's groundless, as NBC itself acknowledged. Quote unquote, no requirement to withdraw claims where new evidence did not irrefutably demonstrate the plaintiff's claims had no merit. Jay-Z's lawyer's cases in support of his withdrawal argument are wholly inopposite, Your Honor. That means they just don't apply. There's no precedence. Like, baby, what is you doing? In each, the court found that the plaintiff had no basis whatsoever for the claims, in stark contrast to this case, where Jay-Z merely argues that there are holes actually in the story. Your Honor, as was shown in Galen v. Hamada, sanctioning the plaintiff and counsel for failing to withdraw a complaint after close of discovery because they knew by that point, if not earlier, that their allegations on the central and dispositive issue in the case were utterly lacking in support. They also cited Johnson v. Roadway, imposing sanctions for counsel for filing complaint asserting violations of ADA because counsel should have known that plaintiff was not disabled under the ADA and that the plaintiff had no chance of recovery under the ADA due to many warnings as to the complete lack of legal and factual support of the claims. Oh, he is throwing a casebook at. Anyway, he's citing a bunch of case law, basically saying that even the case law you cite only applies if counsel 100% knows that the plaintiff is lying and there is no possible or plausible way that this could be true. Here he's saying, well, one, I believe my client, Your Honor. Yes, I do, pumpkin sweetie pie. Second, he is actually claiming, and this is the most important thing, well, also, you need to realize that all the things you're saying are not true is 100% true. Hey, what's up, Confessions of a Reality Queen? Confessions of a Reality TV Queen said, hold on, can I put this on the screen? Maybe not. Thank you, Reality. She said, put some respect on her name. Tisa tells it. Love you, Tisa, and congratulations on your recent accomplishments. They see in you, sis. Keep cooking. Thank you so much, Confessions of a Reality TV Queen. Confessions of a Reality TV Queen, let me know in the chat. Are you covering Real Housewives of Atlanta? Because I hear it's going to be an amazing, amazing season. Like really, really good. Really, really good. Kim Marie Norman, thank you for being a member for 5 months, said Elon Musk is on the spectrum. So her word is just as credible. I don't want to get involved in politics, but I want to see the diagnosis of Elon Musk being on the spectrum. Because I just want to say diagnosis. Because let's not forget Elon Musk's whole origin story. He's, Nikola Tesla, the person Tesla cars is made from, he actually invented electricity, and Thomas Edison was always stealing his ideas and all this other stuff. Nikola Tesla actually invented electricity. If you read his works and I don't want to call them manifestos, but you read his views on life, he was definitely like a philosopher and an inventor. Second, I find his whole origin story and even his thoughts on the current state of humanity, and this is back then and it's still very relevant, just absolutely amazing. You should read some of his works. The point of the matter is Elon Musk's whole origin story was based off of Nikola Tesla's. He literally adopted, and when you go in and actually look at his CV, a lot of it seems to be fabricated. That's why I want to see this diagnosis, because one thing I do know about most people with autism, they have a lot of trouble keeping and maintaining eye contact. Even when people are lightly on the spectrum, and Elon likes to stare down the camera, stare at people. But then again, that said, I just want to see the diagnosis. That's all I'm saying. Inez Valdez, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm on some new streaming software, so I still haven't figured out how to put super chats on the screen. but I'm trying my best to learn. Okay. It's one day at a time with me, y'all. One day at a time. Let's see. Can we get the chat going? Can I put the chat on this side? Hold on. Let me see if I can put it on this side. Is that it? 3 super chats? I just want to make sure I don't skip anybody. Yeah, okay. So that's all I can see right now. Thank you, Confessions. And did you actually put Confessions of a Reality TV Queen? Let's see. Okay, here we go. So let's get back into this. Ooh. He's also arguing that Jay-Z's motion should be denied because it seeks to evade Rule 12 requirements and impermissibly avoid discovery. Again, why are you trying to avoid discovery? They're saying here Carter is seeking Rule 11 determination before any discovery has been undertaken. At minimum, until discovery has been completed, the court simply cannot find that no reasonable evidentiary basis for a factual claim was disclosed in pretrial proceedings or at trial, the prerequisite for any examination by this court. Okay. Oh, Tony Buzbee wants Jay-Z to pay for the girl's attorney's fees for opposing this frivolous motion. He said, as demonstrated above, the motion is factually and legally meritless and is filed for an improper purposes, as including to harass, cause unnecessary delay, or needlessly increase the cost of litigation. None of the plaintiff's allegations in these actions are demonstrably false, and the plaintiff has preferred no evidence that would warrant their withdrawal, much less an award of sanctions against plaintiff's counsel. Jay-Z's meritless motion crosses the line between zealous advocacy and sanctionable conduct under federal rules of he's saying that he wants it. Okay, so let's get back into this. I skipped over because I went right to the money shot. Oh, I love this. Y'all know I live for this. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Oof. Tony Buzbee let the bomb drop on Jay-Z. He let the bomb drop on Jay-Z. Oh my God. Daniel, thank you so much for Daniel just got made a member. Fly Unworthy just got made a member. D Shell made a member. Gigi Soot made a member. B Crumbs was made a member. Who donated all these memberships? Hold on, who donated the memberships? Who donated the who donated the memberships? Was it Confessions of a Reality TV Queen? Hold on, let me say thank you, and then we're going to get back into this. I just want to find out who donated the memberships and say thank you to y'all. B Crumbs. B Crumbs. Y'all, make sure you give a big shout out to B Crumbs. She gifted 5 memberships. B Crumbs, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. We appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Okay. So let's get into this. Okay. Let's get back into this. Oh gosh. This is embarrassing for Jay-Z. Your Honor, as discussed above, both the Buzbee firm and the co-counsel who referred plaintiff to Buzbee ABA Law Group performed extensive diligence on plaintiff and her claims, including background checks, intensive interviews, research and verification of numerous details, including by a retired police detective. Only after all this was done, and after Mr. Buzbee and the firm determined that the plaintiff's allegations were credible, was the FAC, the facts of the case, filed alleging, among other things, that on September 7, 2000, Diddy and Jay-Z rugged and raped her at an after-party following the VMA Awards. Your Honor, it is well established that attorneys are entitled to rely on representations of their client without having to. What? What is going on? Oh, wow. All right. So I was going to give y'all something else, but my source just told me to calm it down. All right. Anyway, It is well established. Okay, blah, blah, blah. As there was nothing unreasonable about plaintiff's account of the night in question, Your Honor, there is nothing unreasonable about counsel believing her allegations. Furthermore, establishing the reasonableness of counsel's investigation is the fact that, in each of the pre-filing interviews, the plaintiff appeared consistent and credible in her part of account of what occurred on the night in question. Woo! Wow. They said, finding that plaintiff's counsel undertook reasonable pre-filing inquiry where, before proposing a third amended complaint, plaintiff's counsel conducted numerous interviews with their client and found them to be consistent and credible in his account. Thus, counsel's pre-filing investigations was thorough and reasonable, and Jay-Z's motion should be denied. Moreover, Your Honor, NBC News' own acknowledgement that this report, in which Jay-Z's lawyers principally rely, did not establish the falsity of plaintiff's claim, and that Jay-Z's lawyers' own mistake concerning details on which they also rely, a mistake not made by the sexual assault victim, unequivocally confirmed that Busby correctly has refused to knuckle under this wrong from the man, that he withdrew her claim. None of the factual issues raised by Jay-Z's lawyers justify sanctions. In any event, Jay-Z's lawyers' purported certainty about what happened to plaintiff is utterly unjustified. When stripped of their salacious rhetoric, Jay-Z's lawyers challenge only her allegations and recollection, watching the MTV VMA Awards show on a Jumbotron, speak the party, and plaintiff's father picking her up after she was raped. As shown below, none of these purported challenges are meritorious, and none come close to proving as they must to justify any Rule 11 sanction, let alone the most dramatic sanction of all, dismissal. Sean Carter did not grape plaintiff, or that, as Jay-Z's lawyers are also falsely say, Busby did not sufficiently investigate and was not permitted to rely on plaintiff's unequivocal recollection that Jay-Z raped her. Certainly, on this pre-discovery record, there is no basis for assuming the truth of Jay-Z's lawyer's assertions. To the contrary, Your Honor. At this stage of the litigation, plaintiff's allegations must be assumed to be true, and Jay-Z's lawyer's assertions, if they raise anything at all, must also raise only factual disputes that may not be resolved on this pre-discovery record. I believe our live stream, we were the first to say that too. You're trying to have discovery before the case, before you're even served, and so it's impossible. First, Jay-Z's lawyers contest plaintiff's allegation that she watched the VMAs on a Jumbotron because they claim there was no Jumbotron at Radio City Music that night. But even assuming arguendo, again, arguendo means like, arguendo means, that arguendo means like, just for argument's sake, that this is a material fact, which it is not, declining to award sanctions because factual assertions at issue was not a material misrepresentation. Jay-Z's lawyers failed to consider that plaintiff could have watched on a Jumbotron somewhere else, much as mere blocks away at the Times Square's area. Yo, he got him. Busby has Jay-Z by the short and hairies. They said even your assertion that she didn't watch the Jumbotron, that she didn't watch on Jumbotron, there was a Jumbotron a few blocks away in Times Squares, literally a few blocks away. Now, is Times Square really a few blocks away from Radio City Music Hall? Because I don't know about that, but I will say this, right? Let me find out first, because I don't know about that. But hold on, let me. Oh, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Sorry, I dropped my thing. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. You should be able to hear me. Anyway, right? Let me ask ChatGPT. Hold on. because I have something to say, and this is important. How many blocks is Times Square away from Radio City Music Hall? And also, what would the average person be able to walk it? Okay. Buzbee Jay-Z, he got your ass. He got you. Chat GPT. Times Square and Radio City Music Hall are approximately 6 blocks apart. If you're traveling from 6th Avenue, Avenue of Americas in Manhattan, the walk is about, hold on. Hello? Hello? Hold on. Put a 1 in the comments. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, I'm doing a mic check. Can y'all hear me? Okay, thanks. All right, thank you. Bye. You can hear me? Okay, fine. I had to switch up my thing. When I tossed my microphone down, it caused delays in everything. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. All right. We back. Okay, so ChatGPT. Times Square and Radio City Music Hall are approximately 6 blocks apart. Jay-Z, he got your ass. If you're traveling along 6th Avenue, Avenue of Americas in Manhattan, the walk is 0.3 miles apart and typically takes the average person around 6 to 8 minutes at a normal walking pace. Y'all, they got Jay-Z. Everything that Jay-Z said as the reason why this could not be true, we now find out that there's actually evidence. Baby, they got you. They got you dead to rights. We got you dead to rights. Woo! They got you by the short and hairies. Oh my God. First, oh my God. Jay-Z's lawyers failed to consider that the plaintiff could have watched on a Jumbotron somewhere else, such as a mere blocks away at the Times Square area. Now, here's the funny thing I wanted to say even before I knew. Even if it was a 15, 20-minute walk away and it's not 6 to 8 minutes, anybody that's ever lived or walked in New York City know there is something about New York City that is like a moving ocean. That's why everybody there walks so much. You can literally walk 20 blocks no problem because it's like the crowd is moving. There's so much movement. You look up and you don't even realize you walk 20 blocks. You know what I'm saying? So if you're at a VMA crowd and the crowd is moving toward the Jumbotron and being directed to the Jumbotron, and what's 6 to 8 minutes? They got them. Oof. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Second, Jay-Z's lawyers claimed to debunk plaintiff's allegations that she approached limousine drivers in hopes of gaining entry to the VMAs or other after parties because they assert the limousines were cordoned off by police barricades unacceptable to fans. But as is plainly clear from the video and photos on which Carter's lawyers rely, the small limousine area at the entrance of Radio City is not where limousines parked during the show, but rather merely where they dropped off and picked up guests. I did on my live actually point that out too when I quoted Palooza, quoted the Jumbotron and the house, and also this fact too. Thus, nothing about the photos and videos prove that plaintiff did not approach several limousines parked nearby, and the limousine area thus is irrelevant, Your Honor. Third, with respect to plaintiff's allegation that the party at which she was scraped at took place at what she believed to be a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway, Jay-Z's lawyers make the irrelevant argument that the photographs show that he attended a party at a nightclub in New York City. And that Diddy was photographed at the Lotus Club, as well as some other establishment in New York City, Your Honor. Even the NBC report, on which Jay-Z heavily relies, conceded that it is not clear what time those images were taken, or if Combs or Jay-Z attended any other after parties. In short, that Jay-Z and Diddy attended one or more after parties does not mean that they did not attend the party at which they raped the plaintiff. Hold on. It's my stream. Damn it. Hold on. It's buffering. What is going on? It's buffering. Hold on, y'all. It's buffering. We're going to get through this. Hold on. Why is it's a poor thing? Why are they not receiving data? What is going on? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. It was buffering. It was buffering, and I don't know why. It was buffering, but it was. Apologies. I would like to extend a southern apology to everybody. There is something going on with the streaming service. It does not matter. The devil is a liar, and baby, we are getting to the truth. Please hold for any technical difficulties. Okay, we are back in action. Listen. All right, y'all can hear? Okay, let's keep going, right? Where we at? Jay-Z's lawyers also argued that public property records confirm that. Wait, I already read this part. All right, so that's it. That's it. Busby got Jay-Z by the short and hairies. Busby has Jay-Z. Let me put this mofo back on the screen because, again, this is why I love going over this stuff with you guys so much, because at the end of the day, this is real time. This is real time stuff. This is real time stuff. And I'm so glad that I read this with y'all. This is real time stuff. And I am so glad that I actually read this with y'all. Y'all, oh my God. Jay-Z is done. Jay-Z is done for. Jay-Z is done. Jay-Z is done for. Like, oh my God, you guys, he's done. He's done. He's done. Like, he is done. He is done for. It is just, you guys, what in the world? What in the world could So anyway, hold on. Let me get my webcam back going. 1 second. It's my first day with my new software. Y'all gonna have to. Okay, I'm back. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. It's my first day with my new software. Okay, now we back. Okay, so now that we back, you guys, yeah. Ooh, he got him. Let me go to the chat because we don't have to have a group talk about this. I'm like, he got him. Everything that Jay-Z said happened did not happen. So now you got the Busby article literally saying we got all the information we need and this is going to court and there's a good chance that you actually might get. Again, I always thought it was weird that a lawyer like Tony Buzbee would just put out nothing. But they have proven that not only did all these things could have happened, they actually did happen. There was a Jumbotron Times Square. That house that I said Diddy owned. The house that I said Diddy owned, that everybody made a million live stream that, call me a liar and everything, but it's yeah, that's right. Vengeance shall be mine, right? I've been reading I've been reading. Shout out to my brother. He sent me this, the King James version. My brother is such a guy. He's like, every girl's like pink, right? So he sent me a pink one so I can like match it to my little outfits as I walk around. He sent me a pink one because girls like pink, right? Anyway, right? My brother's always said to be stuff like that. So anyway, the whole point of this is that at the end of the day, this 100% could have happened. And at the end of the day, and this is what the scary thing is, all these people defending Jay-Z went out there and showed evidence that does not even count anymore. He went out there and showed evidence that does not even count anymore. And he showed that evidence as a reason that we should not believe our lying eyes about a rape survivor. And you know what the real thing is? Why you don't got to feel sorry about billionaires? Where's this in the media? Where's this in the newspaper? How come nobody's picked up? They were loud about spreading the thing. Oh, Diddy doesn't own the house. Diddy did this, Diddy that. People dedicated and I hope you like the way that tastes. Right? But at the end of the day, you did all this and the evidence was there, just like we always said it was. And if you're willing to go up there, and maybe this explains why you never filed a declaration under penalty of perjury. Maybe why this explains why you don't have ish to say. Maybe this explains why, as much as you thought that you were playing whack-a-mole with Tony Buzbee, mark my words, within 10 business days, there is something coming. And I believe the dam has actually broken on Jay-Z. And please remember that you heard it here first. And please remember, I don't know, literally, before you know it, Jay-Z gonna be like, Busby, please have mercy. I don't get paid till the end of the week. And Busby gonna be, y'all know that song, Peggy. Shut the F up. I don't give a F. Shut up and grease my feet. Y'all remember Peggy? If you guys don't know what Peggy is from See China, y'all need to listen to it. Anyway, also, Steph, thank you so much for the super chat. I still haven't figured out how to put super chats on the screen, but I'm a work in progress. I am trying, y'all. Let me get back into the restream. Any other things I'm missing? Hold on really quick, y'all. Oh, YM Droid, thank you for being a member for 6 months. You said, you know what's really mad? Anyway, you guys, listen, let me get out of here. I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to do a recap for those of you guys just joining because this is breaking news. I'm going to drop a few videos and then we're going to get into the rest of the gossip. And I'll see you here later to talk about what's going on in the Diddy case because, baby, that's even worse. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk